My name's Andy Davis, Associate Professor Andy Davis. I'm one of the marine scientists on campus, and I'm the convener of the 47th Annual Australian Marine Science Association Conference, being held here at Wollongong for the first time. The conference is an annual event. It brings together scientists from all over Australia, and usually a smattering of scientists from, not just scientists I might add, also managers and to some extent senior bureaucrats in government, to discuss topical marine issues.
Well, my name's Brendan Brooke. I'm a research scientist with Geoscience Australia up in Canberra. That's the Commonwealth Government's national geoscience agency. And we're part of a national marine biodiversity hub, marine biodiversity research hub, with a range of partners from other research institutes around Australia. The key purpose of attending here is to present some of the results of the Marine Biodiversity Hub in terms of how we've employed new technologies to be able to remotely identify characteristics of the seabed in terms of its biodiversity, and also how we can employ that data and information into models that predict biodiversity outside areas where we've actually sampled.
And how has climate change affected your research?
Well, that's a good question, and it's a topic that some of the partners have been looking at, and in particular partners in Tasmania at the University of Tasmania have found that they're increasingly recording the occurrence of marine organisms that formerly only occurred much further north, so off the coast of New South Wales or Victoria. They're now finding those organisms are occurring down off the eastern and southeastern coast of Tasmania. So the suggestion there is that these organisms are responding to increases in temperature and increases in the strength of warm currents flowing south. But of course, we still need to collect more data on these sorts of phenomena to determine whether it's just sort of a type of stochastic change that occurs over time, or whether these observations are reflecting the impact of climate change.
This is a perfect opportunity in bringing these scientists together to discuss potential collaborations, identify ways of doing things better, perhaps through getting groups that work on disparate things to bring them together in the sense of their ideas, their approaches. And it's often when you work at the interface of two disciplines that you really make significant find significant ways forward.
In Australia, we're faced with this huge challenge of trying to manage a 14 million square kilometre marine estate. And the only way we can effectively do that is to make better use of, first of all, the biological data that we have, which is very sparse because it's very difficult to collect, and secondly, employing these new methods that allow us to model patterns of biodiversity using things like acoustic data of the seabed and sediment samples and current data and model results, combined with the existing biological data, can provide very powerful tools for predicting biodiversity.